Yo, this your boy EC22, and this is the Fairweather Fan Channel, man. Before we go into further, like always, please like, subscribe, share, leave comments, join the conversation. Let's dive right on in. So the finals are set. The NCAA championships has been set, men's and women. You already know. Let's go ahead and talk about it real quick. I mean, you talking about we have South Carolina, the defending champs, going against UConn. Woo, that's gonna be a good game. Then on the men's side, you have Houston Cougars going against Florida Gators. Let's start with the women's. Let's start with the women's review of the Final Four thus far. Talking about Texas versus South Carolina. You know, there's this thing that you hear analysts say on TV, and they talk to a player and they say, "Hey, you picked the worst time to have a bad game." And I always sit back and say, nobody picks a time to have a bad game. Nobody wakes up and say, you know what? I'm going to choose this day, the most important game I ever played, to have a bad game. Nobody chooses that. It just happened. Consistency is hard. But unfortunately for Texas, between Madison Book and Rory Harmon, both of you guys having a bad game just didn't do your team any justice right now. That was just unfortunate. You know, I know you didn't plan for this to happen. It just happened. But it is what it is, you know. And you gave South Carolina their ticket to the women's national championship game. It is what it is. But first of all, congratulations, Texas, for making this far. I appreciate you guys. You know, so just keep pushing, keep thriving. But man, Coach Don, welcome back to familiar territory. National championship. Let's go. Bring this thing on home. Moving on to the UCLA and the UConn game. Listen, this game completely surprised me because I thought it would be better. All of us thought it would be better. If you didn't, you have been watching women's basketball. Now, we get Paige Beckers has been going off. You know, the game before that, she had 32. The game before that, she had 40. So we about to expect her to just go ham on UCLA, and maybe they thought it too. I don't know. But the first half was completely sold up by Azzi Fudd. Because just when you think it's all about Paige Beckers, then you have an Azzi Fudd. Second half, it was about Sarah Strong with Paige Beckers mixing in between. So Paige is not the only tough athlete that they have on that squad. You still got those three, Paige, Azzi, and as well as Sarah Strong. Man, listen, they did their thing. UCLA, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. Because correct me if I'm wrong. If history serves me right, the way that UConn beat you is the same way that LSU beat you. You guys tried to force the ball into Lauren Betts, and they sold her up. And this exact same thing what happened to you guys this year. They sold her up, which means you're going to have to find scoring somewhere else. At some point, you're going to have to realize this ain't working. But it is what it is. You had a game plan. You stuck with it. You lost with it at the end of the day. It was a disappointing outing in my. This game should have been tighter, should have been closer, but it wasn't. But anyway, UConn back once again in familiar territory to the national championship. Gina Carama, wow, so much history there. So this is his home. You know, I'm pretty sure he picked the furniture. So it is what it is. Come tomorrow night. Listen, we have South Carolina going against UConn. And let me tell you, I know a lot of you are like, man, UConn got this hands down. I know that. But after watching Houston and what Houston did to Duke, listen, I'm sticking with the current champs right now. I have no – I know talent, knowledge. I get it. My emotion – my logic would tell me to stick with UConn and go with UConn. But my emotion said, no, stay with the champs. So then I'm going to stay with the champs on this. So I'm going with South Carolina is going to win yet another national championship under Coach Don Staley. And there you have it. I'm sticking with that. But South Carolina, listen, Joyce Edwards, they going to need you. Tahina Pow, they going to need you. Chloe Kitts, they going to need you. Malaysia Flowali, they going to need you. Coach Don Staley, every trick in the book y'all going to need against this UConn squad. And that's how and I'm done with that. Let's move on to the men's. Man, listen, starting out with the Florida and Auburn game to the number 1 overall seed in the tournament. First of all, congratulations for making it to the Final Four. But if I had to give 3 reasons why you lost this game, let me start off. Let me just give you my 3. Number 1, Janai Broom. Where were you, bro? I didn't feel like your energy was there. I felt like you played lazy at times. Yeah, you had some good beast mode moves in the paint first half, but then where were you second half, bro? I don't know. Number 2 reason why I think you lost this game is too many turnovers, too many missed opportunities, but mainly too many turnovers. Yeah, I know the ref was calling on a loose game. It was a tough physical game, but at the end of the day, too many turnovers. And number 3 probably should be the number 1, 2, and 3, but I'm just calling what it is. The reason why Auburn, you guys lost this game is because, let me hear you say his name. You got to say his name. Walter Clayton Jr. of Florida. Wow, man, did he bust y'all tail? Like, somebody should have stayed in front of him. Did y'all not get the memo? Did y'all not watch any tape? Maybe you didn't do your homework. I don't know. But this kid went off. I knew like 6 minutes into the first half, this guy is about to have a hell of a game. And he did just that. The dude played his tail off. And I mean, what else? What else can you do with an athlete like that? His speed, his quickness, his confidence was way up on this game. And I appreciate that from him. So congratulations, Florida. Now you're going against the Houston Cougars. Houston versus Duke. If you know, then you know. If you watched the game, then you saw it. I have to make a confession for the Houston and Duke game. I chose Duke to win this game. I mean, I chose Houston to win this game. A Big 12 fan, with my heart versus my mind, and it turned out to hold true for me. It turned out to be right for me. But 2 minutes into the second half, y'all, I went to sleep. I went to sleep. I was out cold and woke up at the right time to watch the run. And it got me excited. And I apologize, Houston. And I feel like Kevin Sampson was talking to me at the end of the game. He said, don't ever count Houston out. So, and I just, yes, I'm sorry, coach, that I counted you out and I went to sleep. But thank God the TV stayed on, because I don't know what I would have done if I would have woke up yesterday to tomorrow morning and found out that Houston won this game, but I didn't get to see it. At least be watching into those last minutes. And I watched the last several minutes of the game. But man, you talking about, Charles Barkley said it best. He said this game was about skill and will. Skill being on Duke, will being on Houston, and will won out. Man, I wish I could relive this game for you, for those who didn't watch it. You know, it's late right now, and my emotions won't do it any justice. Please, if you missed it, I'm sorry, but try your best to find some worthy recaps of the game for you can understand the energy that we felt watching that run. I think it was a 13-3 run. The game was over with. Everybody, even the commentator said the game was over with, but Houston, Kevin Sampson, I don't know what he said to this team, but man, he got them boys to fight back hard, defense, wins championships. It is what it is. So now that we have Florida and Houston in a national championship game, listen, I've been rocking with Houston this whole time. Might as well stay the course. I got Houston winning a national championship, their first national championship in team history. Yeah, this may not be the fly slammer jammer squad that we saw back in the 80s, but this squad can get it done. I'm rocking with Houston. Good job, fellas. Before I end, I want to say this. Cooper Flagg is a heck of a player. You know, he's a lottery pick this year, even as a freshman. He's going into the draft more than likely. Will be picked. Best player coming out of college right now. But I would love, and it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But I would love to see him wait another year. And the reason is this. I mean, as great of a player he is, there's still some things he can learn in college before we get to the big boy league. Case in point, the game we saw, 12.7 seconds left in the game. As Duke come out of a timeout, the camera gets a shot of Cooper Flag. The whole world knows the ball is coming to him, but his face was red. Now, I don't know what that meant, but to my understanding, I felt like that was emotions. I felt like there was a little bit of too much emotion when you know that you're about to get the ball with 12.7 seconds left in the game, which is a lot of time. And I told myself before they even threw the ball, and I said, he's going to lose this game for him. And he's too emotional. It's like the time you got to be, you can't be riding your emotion like that. That's what I'm trying to say. And as soon as the ref blew the whistle for them to play ball to get the ball out of inbounds, I watched this young man, as the ball got through it, I watched him high post, waiting for the ball to come to him versus going to go get the ball. I don't know if that was a plan they had, but that was the wrong plan if it was. Go get the ball. Give yourself the court to work with. And he got the ball, and then, couple of moves, good defense put on him, and he threw up a short shot. That's emotions. That's not the Cooper Flag we've been watching all season long. That's not the heart and the grit and the confidence that we see in our Cooper Flag. I think he was defeated at that moment. Once Houston went up, he was defeated. And those type of things that I think need to be buttoned up before you go and play to the big boy league. Otherwise, you're going to be riding the long end of the pine, my brother. You're going to be putting you in G League if you can't get those emotions in check, especially when the game was on the line. Because the team that's going to pick you is a team that's going to need you to play right away. In those type of situations, young man, you need to solve that quick. You got to know how to control those emotions and don't let those emotions affect that outcome. But right now, in my opinion, for what I saw, your emotions clearly affected the outcome of this game. You can't control the little run that Houston went on, but you can control this moment. This is your moment. 12.2 seconds left on the clock. This is March Madness. And Cooper Flag, you've been talked about all season long, and you did not show up in this moment. This was your moment to win or lose the game for your team, and your emotions got the best of you, and you lost it. Let's call it what it is. But there you have it, folks. This is your boy EC22, the Fair Weather Fan Channel. Join us on Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central Time, and we are out.